morning and welcome to The Point. It is Friday, January 29th, 2021, the final Friday in the month of January. Thank you to those of you joining us on the GBN, Grenada Broadcasting Network's Facebook page, the Grenada Broadcasting Network's YouTube channel, those of you on the website, www.gbn.gd, GBN TV, channel 7, 11, and 20, and good morning to the listeners of Classic 105.5, 105.9. It's Open Line Friday here on To The Point, where we give you, our viewers and listeners, an opportunity to share your thoughts, opinions, concerns. If you have questions, queries, now is your chance to share. The landline number is 435-2041. That's also the WhatsApp number, 435-2041. Please, only written messages on WhatsApp. And you can also participate by sharing your thoughts, questions, queries, concerns on the GBN Grenada Broadcasting Network's Facebook page and the Grenada Broadcasting Network's YouTube channel. This is Open Line Friday. Let's go straight to the phone lines. Good morning.
Good morning, Bluffy.
Good morning, Ms. Jeremiah. How you do?
I'm doing fine, child. God bless you.
Thank you. Many happy returns.
Yes, I just want to do a short reading this morning, and it's just 5 verses. It's from Acts 1.
Sorry, Ms. Jeremiah. We seem to be having say something again?
Yeah. Few verses of scripture.
Yes, we seem to be having. Just hold the line a moment, please. Just hold the line a moment.
Okay.
Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. This is To The Point. Welcome back to The Point. Ms. J, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you loud and...
Say something again?
I'm hearing you loud and clear.
All right. Okay, so go ahead.
Okay, I just want to make reference to 2 passages of scripture. And it's both passages are concerning the coming of Jesus Christ, the coming of Christ. And it says while he went up, they stood and they was looking at him going up to heaven. And 2 angels were with them and he said, "Ye men of Galilee, why are you gazing into heaven? This same..."
Hello? Hello?
When Grenadians need to prepare for the coming of Jesus Christ. I just want to remind people, it doesn't matter who you are, what church, what religion, that is not important where your soul is concerned. You need to repent and prepare to meet the Lord as he is planning to come.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Jeremiah. I am not sure what the issue is, if it's on my end. All right, let's go. Yes, it's Open Line Friday here on To The Point, 435-2041. That's the landline number. That's also the WhatsApp. Good morning, caller.
Morning, Blossom.
Morning, Tanti. How you do?
They're hanging in there. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Tell you morning, but I didn't get you this morning.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
You have a blessed one and a blessed weekend.
You too.
Take care of yourself and your health.
I shall.
Hope to see
you
you on
as
Monday,
well.
please, God.
Yes.
Listen.
Okay. Yes, this is the opportunity for our viewers and listeners who may have comments, questions, queries, concerns, issues of national importance. This is your opportunity to share with the viewers and the listeners. Various things are happening across the country, and if you'd like to share your thoughts on them, this is your chance to do so. Good morning, caller.
Yeah, morning, Blossom, and
Morning.
morning to your listeners and viewers.
Morning.
First of all, are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you. I'm monitoring. Go ahead.
Okay. First of all, I want to thank Vivian for doing that official news on an event I organized over the weekend on the COVID-19 vaccine. It's unfortunate that although you folks promised that I carry it live, it wasn't done. But nonetheless, I'm very thankful because I think people need to get a broader understanding of the issues involved, and we are not getting that. Those irresponsible.
Okay.
We keep asking people year after year, they need to come together, they need to forget this and forget that. Yes, every day what we do is reinforce the very thing that we're asking people to turn their back on. For instance, instead of trying to forge a unity that we have never seen in Grenada, in the light of COVID, we are continue to sow the seeds of division, suspicion, disrespect and all that thing. I think that what is needed is for all of us to be honest to ourselves and to face ourselves in the context that we have been lying to ourselves, lying to each other every day. And if you give me a chance to speak at length, I don't mean no, I'll demonstrate to you how in so many ways that we are living a deceitful life. In every sense of the word, from the religious to the political to the educational to the social, everywhere we are living a life. So I'm thinking that we need to really wake up. When I song this morning, I think it was from Jamo time, we've been sleeping too long. I agree with that part of the song. We need to wake up. Wake up and they say smell the coffee, but I say wake up. Stop lying to each other. Stop stealing from each other. We make life miserable for each other, and we don't need to do that. No, on the behalf of the children, unfortunately, we have been doing a disservice because children learn not by what they hear, by what they see we do. We are not being truthful, and that is what they're learning. Finally, and Blossom, you must invite me on your program. I'm being a little bit selfish, but let me just leave you with a quotation. Since the caller before me used a Bible or make reference to the Bible, it says, I'm reading a passage from Galatians chapter 6, verses 3. It says, if anyone thinks he is something when he's nothing, he is deceiving himself. And I think that's what he does. Thank you very much, Blossom, for your patience.
Thank you very much, caller. Appreciate it. Thank you for your participation. All right, let me check the social media before I go back to the phone lines. Somebody's inquiring yesterday. I missed the answer to the question in relation to protocols for individuals who already had the vaccine. He didn't address it yesterday, but in my inquiries, I was told that at a news conference a few weeks ago, he did say that even though you've taken the vaccine, you still need to undergo the protocols that Grenada has in place because for most, if not all of the cases, there is no actual proof that you took the vaccine. There's no certificate to say that I took the vaccine, and so on and so forth. So for now, if you've taken the vaccine, you still need to go through the quarantining and negative PCR tests and so on and so forth. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Blossom.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How you do?
All right, thanks. Listen, I just want to send a call out to Line Flow that especially now more than ever, they really need to step up on their service in terms of consistent, reliable service. Our students, both at the primary, secondary, and university level, taking classes, taking exams. Missing classes and missing exams have consequences. So if they could really try their best, I'm sure they must be trying, but even make a greater effort to ensure that this service is reliable. Right now in my area, there's no internet. I have a daughter at university who is unable to take her classes this morning. So, yes, I just want to throw it out there and throw it to the line flow. Please, let's try to do a little better.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
You too. I saw information or a news release from Flow. It has been posted on the GBN's Facebook page, and it says that they are currently... Its fixed network is currently experiencing technical difficulties resulting in broadband service interruptions. The virtual store is also impacted by the interruption and is currently unavailable. Flow Customer Contact Center is available to customers at 1-800-804-2994, 1-800-804-2994. The company advised that the technical teams are working towards service restoration and updates will be provided as soon as they become available. Therefore, the news release did not specify if and when the issue would be fixed, but they have acknowledged that there is an issue and they are working toward restoration. So hopefully that would be fixed at the soonest, specifically as the caller pointed out for our students. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm good enough.
All right.
I wish you success for the rest of your life.
Thank you very much. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm very much concerned about the truthfulness of people also. Grenadian people. Now, and the accuracy of our information. The first one is concerning the accuracy. Now, a few days, and even this morning, I'm still hearing information saying that the Independence Calypso competition will be held on the 1st of February.
The 5th?
No, that's what I'm telling you what I heard.
Oh, okay, all right.
I'm not telling you, I'm not asking you.
Understood, yeah, go ahead.
So, as far as I'm concerned, the information places supposed to give accurate information. 2, I am looking into a bit of information I have got on a calling program or on a program recently. I can't remember if it's GBN, but only on a local station. Some lady or some young lady claimed that her brother has to take an operation, and the cost of the operation is $80,000. I don't know if it's US or whatever it is. And I'm wondering, so she said she's making having little get-together so that they could be able to collect this money. And I find that's ridiculous. You mean a doctor would charge $80,000 to perform an operation on an arm? Guess who I'm talking about, or what I'm talking about? That was recently damaged by either gunshot or whatever it is. Now, I find this thing is ridiculous. And this, if this is true, I do not believe it's true. This doctor who has to perform this operation seems to be crazy. I'm not saying that maybe abroad it might happen you're paying $80,000. So this person must be ready to die. Well, better they die instead if you have to spend $80,000 on an arm operation. So people, or we in Grenada, some of us want to collect money under some sort of I don't know if it's false information or false false news. So we have to be very careful. So I supported the man that called and talked about we have to be genuine and we have to be honest. We have little or no honesty in Grenada. And thirdly, I listened to a program that went on either last night with this doctor from abroad. And I think she has educated, I can't tell you me, but a lot of us much more on what a vaccine is and what a vaccine could do. And this is what we have to do in Grenada. The authorities, maybe the health authorities, should explain the type of vaccine and how the vaccine could have effect on the body. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, caller. In relation to the cost of the surgery, keep in mind that whether it's $5, $50, $500,000, not all of the money goes to the person or persons performing the surgery. So it's not that the doctor will be collecting $80,000. You have to think in terms of medication, the assistance that you would need, the equipment that you would need. Sometimes it's not just making an incision and stitching you up. Sometimes there are other things that need to go into the surgery, whether it's skin grafts or replacing the bone with other material for it to function properly. There's a lot that goes into these things. So it's not just that you're paying $5 for the surgery and that entire $5 goes to the surgeon or surgeons, because sometimes according to the procedure, it takes more than one official. So keep that in mind when we hear of these circumstances. I'm not saying that's what's taking place this time, but just keep that in mind. Let me go to WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp says, I start to feel a vibe that Tobago may call on Grenada to help them solve their political problem. Grenada is the only country to solve extreme political situations on many occasions. Another WhatsApper says, I am sorry he is in relation to the previous caller. I am sorry he is wrong. Taking the vaccine is not just like taking the PCR test. Upon your completion, you get a certificate. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Blossom.
Morning, how you do?
I'm doing very well.
Okay, go ahead.
I heard excerpts from the presentation of the last entrant into the Senate. I don't quite remember his name.
Mr. Joseph.
Mr. Joseph, yeah. And I want to say hats off to him. It is saying that if we have people of like minds, people who are learned, to come together in this country, it means there is hope for us. There have been too many people sitting back. It's about time. How do you explain what is happening in the northern part of the country? The government spent millions of dollars. You see what the brick water project to have the other side of the country being washed away. And what is the response? Can there be some intermittent response while they await whatever the environmental impact assessment is done, because they're doing it after the fact? So can there be something done to sort of halt that onslaught that is taking place on the beach there? These people continue to destroy this country and claim to be the best that we have on offer. Come on, Grenadians, wake up. Have a good day.
Thank you very much. You enjoy your day as well. Let me go to the social media. A comment on Facebook. I am happy Prime Minister Mitchell won against Claudette Joseph in the first round. She must learn to respect the Prime Minister and not go by hearsay or what people post on social media. Can't believe she's a lawyer and wasted money on going to another lawyer. Somebody on Facebook replied to that comment, Lord. Somebody replied to that comment. People like you are the reason why Grenada is the way it is. I'm just trying to read them as much as I can. Let me see. Somebody else, let me go by WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp says, I want to speak about school for the children. I think the government should reopen schools fully. The buses are crammed with children and people. The children on break time cluster together. Some of the children are not staying home and some are spending more time on their phones and not doing their schoolwork. At present, we have only it's no longer 11, it's 5 active cases, not like other countries with increased spikes. If we have an outbreak with the virus, we close down and go back to virtual learning immediately. Thank you. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Blossom.
Morning, how you do?
I just want to say one love to the world, yeah?
Thank you.
I want to say, they never gave us the truth, and it all starts through the system, you understand? So I want to say, tell the government stop lying to the people. One love.
One love to you as well. Thank you. One love to you as well. Let me go to YouTube, Facebook. Somebody on Facebook says Minister Steele was on air on Wednesday on To The Point. If there's a COVID team and quarantine facilities in Carriacou and PT Martinique, and he was asked on To The Point if there's a COVID team and quarantine facilities in Carriacou and PT Martinique, and he answered yes, they are. Now, yesterday I asked the same question to Tevin Andrews on a radio program in Carriacou, and he said the minister told a lie, and the host of the show confirmed that there's no COVID team, neither any quarantine facilities on the island. The host of the show in Carriacou. So I am calling on him to clear the air on that, because he made a claim on air, and the people of PT Martinique and Carriacou don't know what he is talking about, and would keep pressing the issue of having COVID team and facilities in Carriacou and PT Martinique. I recall when there was, let me inquire. I recall when they were quarantining people in Carriacou, including the 2 individuals who came in via one of the islands up north. Isn't there a quarantine facility in Carriacou? I'm inquiring now, because to me that's what I understood. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Citizen Welsh. Greetings.
Morning, Citizen Roller. How you do?
I am quite all right, thank you, by the grace of God.
Amen.
Listen. Author unknown to this quote goes as follows. If a patriot recognizes a flaw or a lapse in his history, he has a duty to question it. I want to repeat, if a patriot and not a patriot, patriots jump about in clown clothes, painting stones and trees, but patriots love their country. If a patriot identifies a flaw or a lapse in his or her history, you have a right to question it. I question the political independence of Grenada. Once more, I call upon how you call them again? The legal luminaries and constitution gurus of this here country. I question the political leadership from the representative of Regina II, the so-called Governor General, the Prime Minister, and all of the political ruling class to come and tell the Grenadian people once and for all, end the farce, end the bluff about the political independence of Grenada. Show us the Constitution order, not pardon, not order, the Constitution Act, because what we have is an order. What we have is an order signed by Elizabeth Regina on the 19th of December, 1973, in the Buckingham Palace, in the presence of Her Majesty's Council. And you know what an order is? It gives instruction to tell you how to operate. The state in this case. We want to see the act which was discussed, debated, with a resolution taken on the Constitution of Grenada. We want to see the Independence Act. Where is this document that gives faith to our true political independence as a sovereign and independent nation state, as in other countries around the world and even in the Caribbean? Where is it? I call on them to come out and tell the people and end this farce once and for all. Don't give me the story that we've been doing things for ourselves and we've been running our own show. That is one thing. But if you're operating without official document to give faith and to justify what you're talking about, it doesn't exist. Thank you very much and have a nice day, will you?
Thank you very much, Citizen Roller. You enjoy your day as well. Let me make scroll on the social media before we you know what, let's take a break and then we're going to come back and continue Open Line Friday here on To The Point on Classic and GBN. We'll be right back.
Now we can stay safe while at the same time reducing our budget to maintain a clean and safe environment at our home, school, office, church, or even on the bus. Fortune Foods has gone a long way to source premium products that are at least 30 to 50% less than other brands. That's right, 30 to 50% cheaper than other brands. We have a multi-purpose 80% strength liquid sanitizer for cleaning surfaces that is also safe on hands, as well as 70 to 75% gel sanitizers available in 1 gallon and smaller sizes. Plus, when you buy in bulk, you save even more. Right now, every dollar counts. Be wise. Sanitize with Fortune Foods' range of sanitizing products.
Distributed by Fortune Foods Company Limited, Tempe, St. George's. Telephone 435-2247.
Calypso fans, the 9 finalists to challenge the reigning independence Calypso monarch Sean Nas, the Silver Serpent, on Friday, February 5th at the National Stadium have been selected. Admission is free from the comfort of your homes. Will Silver Serpent hold on to the reign, or will the crown change heads as Sheldon Douglas, Anthony Darius, Croqueta, Jermaine Simon, Teddy Christopher, Philanda Jeffrey, Alicia Alexis, Edison Francis, and Anthony Etienne all vie for the coveted crown. Time alone will tell, so join the National Celebrations Committee in what promises to be an evening of great calypsos. Carried live on GIS Channel 22, the National Celebrations Committee, and GIS Facebook pages and YouTube channels. Remember the date, Friday, February 5th, 6 p.m. The virtual staging of the 2021 Independence Calypso Monarch, building together a safer, more resilient nation in these challenging times.
It is important to know what your road signs and markings means. The zigzag lines means you should not park in the marked area. Parking is allowed inside the solid white lines on the edge of the road. Remember, look out for pedestrians. Pedestrians, be sure the vehicle comes to a complete stop before crossing. These tips can save your life. These tips can make our roads safer for all users. Be safe, be seen, be smart. A message from the Traffic Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force.
Welcome back to The Point. It's Open Line Friday here on the program, so let's go right back to the phone lines. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, we're so good at solving political problems here that we had a revolution that killed a whole government. Think about that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, caller. All right, let me go to the social media as well. Somebody on WhatsApp says, I would like the media to play the tape where Prime Minister Mitchell was at the sod-turning ceremony in St. Mark. His words, reinvestment in shrimp farm. Time this system expose the truth. Ms. Joseph said what Dr. Mitchell said, so this case is far beyond finish. Don't celebrate a lie. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Blossom.
Good morning, how you do?
I just want to say it's all about upholding the constitutional law. You know,
hello?
So no one is above the law, understand? And tell the leaders and them of the world, we don't want no pandemic. We want freedom. One love to the world.
One love to you as well. Thank you very much. Somebody on WhatsApp. Citizen Rollo, the government will not respond to such thing concerning the legality of Grenada's independence. They are also ignoring questions about our oil and gas that they told us about and the deals. Good morning, caller.
Hi, good morning to you, Blossom, and to all your followers.
Good morning.
A couple of things quickly about the situation with the Grenlec situation. First of all, I don't think there's any Grenadian who would be unhappy that the government has retaken ownership of Grenlec. No one would be. But let's not fool ourselves. Government did not decide to repurchase Grenlec. It was forced to do so by a court ruling. So any impression of people saying, oh, we're glad we get it. No. We did not want to get it back. It was offered by WRB at half the price about 5 years ago. They offered it at half the price. Now taxpayers are paying twice as much for it. And I don't think the equipment is any better than it was at the time. Probably it's a bit more run down. Secondly, we always owned the Grenlec. We lost it in 1994 because of poor management and abuse. And I want the folks to know, especially the younger ones, find out who was the manager of Grenlec in 1994 and who was the Minister of Works and the chairman of Grenlec when it was described as a distressed asset and it was forced to be sold because it was becoming a disservice to Grenadians. The people it should be serving, it was not serving them. So I want us to clarify those things. It was always ours. It's glad we have it now. We could have bought it for less, and we are forced to buy it for more now because of a court ruling. Now, there is a lot of talk about energy. Oh, and if we need lower energy costs so that we can have small businesses, by how much must it drop? No one is telling us. By 10 cents? By 5 cents? To make those businesses that cannot happen now happen. Tell us by how much it needs to fall. And also tell us if the government of Grenada is capable of getting it to go to that level. Unless you can tell us those two figures, how much it needs to drop by, and if it is feasible to do that, then you're just talking nonsense. You're just pappy show. We need to get figures. Don't keep saying the cost is high and nobody can do this. Nobody. Tell us by how much. And it is not the highest in the region. It's at the middle. Right? So let's not do that. And the last thing I want to say, I felt very insulted by a minister I had respected for a while, Senator Nolan Cox, when he said that the people who are wanting to know where the money came from, they are angry because the government got the money. No, it's our business, it's the people's business, it's the people's money, the people's assets, and they need to tell us. It's just like saying, Blossom, your sister, who's not as well off as you are, her daughter comes home with an iPhone. And when you ask your sister, please find out where your daughter got his phone. And your sister said, you're jealous, my daughter? Because yours don't have phone and mine have phone, you're jealous of her. That's the kind of attitude. Nobody in Grenada is angry because the government got the money. We need to know where the money came from. It's our money, and they need to explain. Stop being disrespectful to us. Please. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much. You enjoy your day as well.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let me go to the social media. Somebody on Facebook is co-signing the caller. Thank you, caller. Speaking facts. And another person said, well said, caller. Good morning, caller.
Yeah, good night. Absolutely good night. Good morning.
Good morning.
I just called back to say I think that some people saw the excerpt last night. They may benefit from seeing the entire thing. It's on Facebook. It's on Friends of Ville's Facebook page. They can go to it. So send the link for you via WhatsApp. So if you could share it with them before the end of the program, I'll be more than happy. Because people need to hear what the doctor was saying.
That's Friends of the Earth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right. A Friends of the Earth news story it's on the Facebook Sorry, it's on the Facebook page. I can't click on links on the WhatsApp on the computer, but it is on Facebook, so you can check it out, Friends of the Earth, as you keep scrolling or as you visit and scroll on the GBN Grenada Broadcasting Network's Facebook page. You'll surely happen upon that video. Good morning, caller.
Hi, Brenda. Sorry, Blossom.
Morning. How you do?
Good morning.
Morning.
I'm cool. Okay. Listen, I've heard Joseph. I've heard Bernard. These are the guys who speak, truth. Because, you see, now, I'd like to say to you, give truth to the word. Give truth to the word. Yeah. Give truth to thought. The word is thinking, eh? Give truth to thought. Okay?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Somebody on Facebook says, politicians need to know that we, the citizens, have a right to truthful information and Grenada is not theirs. Let me go to WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp says, I'm sending this message with tears in my eyes, a pain in my heart. Politics is killing us in this country. I am an NNP supporter, but the government has let me down and keeps letting me down, and I am so ashamed. The poor people in Grenada continue to suffer. The children continue to remain hungry. I'm begging my Prime Minister this morning, please do something about the teachers. There are some of us with education who sometimes still can't help our children because the work has changed up so much less for those without education. We need our teachers. There are people who can't make $1, and it's sad. And there are people, no matter what, because of politics, would side with the government. We need more love in this country. Forget yellow and green. Good morning, caller.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
How you do?
I there, and you?
I'm good.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I think I told you Happy New Year. Right?
Yes.
Blossom, I just want to see that one of the callers talk about truth, and facts. Now, people have the fundamental right to speak, yes, because we are in a democratic society. But I believe we have to talk with the facts and talk with responsibility. Now, if you could go back, and we should go back to the 1994 Hansard, about the sale of the Grand Lake, the deal that government of the day, the NDC, look at the deal, yes, and if you're asking young people on the other way around, I believe you need to tell them how. Go back to the Hansard, and listen and get that information there. And to say that you don't, you're going on contrary to certain things, but there are facts that in up to the 94 period, the management of Grand Lake at that time, with the minister responsible, in the 85 era, they had brought electricity from 40-something% to 96% up to the sale, So is that sitting down and not concerned and no development in Grand Lake? I think that there is a lot of tomfoolery, but on the side who want to defend, but there is nothing what is wrong you could defend. Let's face the facts and let's move on. And I ask people to continue to be vigilant and compliant. Listen to the Minister for Health on one of the cabinet briefs talking about the measures and the resources that have been put in Carriacou and Pitimatnik, the ex-Coast Guard and the wardens and so forth. And it's not true, maybe people have the information, but I believe they should come out with the information, because what you find, there are some opposers, they come out with certain information, and when you get the real facts of it, it come like what they beat up and talk about is not true, and they look bad. So I believe in the interest of the development of the country as we are about to celebrate our independence. Let us be factual and think about our country. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you very much, caller. You enjoy your day as well. Let me go to WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp says, yesterday I heard the unions calling its members to wear union T-shirts as a form of protest. I think it's a waste of time because what wearing a T-shirt will do when the unions already know that the government won't give them the 4% they agreed on the past on the weekend of the election, which was a disappointment with the deal made during an election season. Time and time again, we see the government pulling that same very stunt on the unions, and they are falling for it. That very syrup the government made for them. So I am calling on the members, don't waste your time, because the same unions will be that fly and spider fairy tale. Another WhatsApper says, I'm surprised that Citizen Rollo is referencing political ruling class when Grenada is supposed to be a classless society. So considering Citizen Rollo is so precise in his use of words, I wish for him to take note. Grenada classless society. Happy 47th independence. Good morning, caller.
Blossom.
Hi.
Me again.
Okay, 1 minute.
Truth. Give truth to thought. Okay? Let people figure it out, what it means. Give truth to thought. Okay?
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Somebody on Facebook says, ask the previous caller if she read the Worrell report. She has a real job. Another Facebooker says, where is the stimulus package for the people? They are hurting in this pandemic. I believe the NIS has advised that unemployment benefits continue for some workers or some of the unemployed. And just this week, government highlighted that they are considering providing further relief for taxi drivers and owners in the wake of the pandemic. So I won't call it a stimulus package, but there's still benefits rolling out for some of the unemployed. Good morning, caller.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm calling on the government to buy over the shares in Flow Lime, because we had no problem with Grentel or Grand Lake, for example, because whatever you consume, that's what you paid for. But with Flow Lime now, whether you once you have the surface, whether you use up anything, you have to pay for it. You can't control anything with Flow. But with Grand Lake, you could have control what you consume. So I'm calling them to buy over Grand, to buy over Flow Lime, and ease up the people, because every time I go to pay my bill and Flow. So I used to have a problem with lining up to pay my line bill. But when they buy it over now you have to go to the same long line, or even a longer line to pay your bill. And every time you hear customers coming in and they quarreling, they making all kind of queries, and they getting vexed with the people in customer services. So people are having a problem with Flow Lime. So I'm calling on them to buy over. They could buy over the shares, buy it over, and control it, and let the Grenadians be happy. Because we have too much problems with Flow. People talking about the services, and we wasn't having problem with Grand Lake. So if they could buy over Grand Lake, let them buy over Flow too. Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller. The difference is the Grand Lake shares. Well, ownership of Grand Lake is not up for sale as far as I am aware. So that may be the difference, or the government would not be, a judgment has not been handed down that government needs to purchase the ownership, the shares, or however the ownership comes. So maybe that's the difference there. Somebody on Facebook says, unions don't have power anymore. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Ms. Blossom. Thanks for having me on the line.
Morning, Mr. Bido.
Yes. There's quarantine in Carriacou, but only seawater for yachts and so on, But I don't get no report on the island yet, but I get confirmed report from the immigration and the policeman that quarantine is on the seawater. right? So then now it's not anything I hear from people more. The policeman and immigration tell me there is quarantine there. But like on the island, no report on that yet. So what I'm saying is, before I leave you, I'll say good morning to all the farmers, who work very hard. They have to leave the house 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock in the morning to go in the garden and get fruits and vegetables and bananas to sell for we to make along on Saturday, because today is Friday. But the next thing, I hope they're going in people's garden. And I will say have a happy weekend and have a happy end of the month too. And everybody who celebrate their birthday in the month of January, in the whole world, including me, have a happy time. So God bless you, and then back to you on the air.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bido, and thank you for that clarification on the quarantine facilities. Appreciate your contribution this morning. Thank you very much. Let me go to YouTube. I haven't read a comment on YouTube for the morning. Somebody on YouTube says, what is the thinking behind banning flights coming in from the UK? All the cases of COVID-19 recently have come in from the US with the variants, yet they still keep coming in. Another YouTuber says, we have a fantastic Minister of Health. He kept us safe. Please appreciate his efforts. Another YouTuber, Grenadians are trying to get home from the UK and are trapped there because of the UK flight ban. Let me take this call. Good morning, caller. YouTube, I'm coming back. Good morning, caller. Good morning, caller.
Blossom, years gone by, Eric Williams in Trinidad had win seat back to back, I think, like how in Grenada here he win 2 elections landslide. Eric Williams, because Grenada is not the first place where you win election back to back. I think Eric Williams in Trinidad, and the first person in the Caribbean was actually James Mitchell. And people just make a big fuss about people winning election back to back. But you know what somebody advised me to do? All you had to do to win election all the time, go down by Hubbard's or one of them place and buy and get a plyboard, knock it up and make a stage. Get a DJ and put it on the platform and run up and down the platform like a clown and sing up and down and dance. And you invite a crowd and you say something, you get oil, yay. And then when you get into office, you can't perform. You're a mess and you're causing chaos. And you get bad term, and the people keep on rewarding you all the time. That's how people win election. I could win an election 10 times, 15 times. It's no big thing. But you see, people don't understand there's a difference between winning an election and governing. Some people might be very good at winning an election because they lie, they could thief with allegations, and they could do all things, and like I say, run up and down like a clown and say things. But when you come to actually govern an election, you need proper managers. And sadly, this is lacking because they're just messing up this country and chaotic. Now, as related to public servants, I find public servants are the ones that always get in a bad deal. Every time it's structural adjustment, they have to freeze their salary. Everything is on national construction. Everything is them. And government just keep on just pulling all the pockets and having a good time. Please, taking all the people from the teachers and things. Even though you can't meet the people 100%, give them a little thing, because when you really look at it, look at those nurses. They are the ones, and first thing so you hear when I'm finishing up, they will say, oh, this girl hates Keith Mitchell, and she's already talking about Keith Mitchell. It's not that these nurses and doctors, people listen to me before you jump down my throat. They are the kitchen ones, and the kitchen that feeling the heat. They that going out to the people and test. It's not the government people, that the 15 of y'all. They're not risking their lives and have to bring back this virus to their family. And I find this unconscionable, it's unfair. Give the people the money, man. And this court case and all kind of a thing, drop it. I heard the president of the union saying the other day, you have people for 21 years on contract. They can't get nothing. And only just 2 years, 4 years, and only getting all the money. Please have a conscience, man. I mean, that is a wicked government. And also, the Lackalone situation. I understand now that the guy died. The one that always be complaining. I can't say, I don't know, I cannot say it's that Lackalone situation that killed him. But I'm calling on Oliver Joseph because you are the parliamentary representative. You should be ashamed of yourself. I would tell people, don't vote him back. This place is stink. That area is stink. The people are bawling and crying. I think 2010 citizen rule, everybody talks about it. Then people come in here and they talk about it and nothing is done. And then all they want to say, all they're performing. Vote on Oliver Joseph. He's not performing. The place is stink. And Keith Mitchell do better than that. Your office all this long time, now, man. Treat the people with dignity and respect. Money not coming from your pocket. Pay the people. It's not your good and belong to you.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you. A comment on the YouTube. Somebody on YouTube is saying, I am deeply concerned about the art and drama teacher who lost his contract with government to teach the children after the children were excelling well. It's because of Is this because of the pandemic? I am not sure the circumstances. Somebody else on YouTube says, I think Holly should be in Parliament, so before the senators, they should drink a glass before they speak, and we will know who is telling the truth. I just got it. Let me go back by WhatsApp. We only have 3 more minutes, so I'm trying to get through some of the comments. Somebody on WhatsApp says, Grenadians, take heed. After this government spent millions to destroy our seashore in Sauteurs, they are now saying they will fix it with more millions. Now we are heading... They're going to drill at the foot of Mount St. Catherine for renewable or whatever to destroy this place, and this time it will be repairable. Please, people, open your eyes to the destruction this government is doing to our country. When they're done, we will be doomed. Another WhatsApper. I'm asking, when will the government address the shareholders of Grenlec? I hope it doesn't end up like Capital Bank. Let me go by Facebook. Somebody on Facebook says, ask one of the previous callers, not the last one, but one of the previous callers, ask the previous caller what was said in the Hansard. This is the second time this morning she was referring to it without actually saying what is in it. I guess is the talking point given to her. Another Facebooker says the education will be a thing of the past. That's what was said by Minister Kate Lewis. I think sometimes the people who represent us will make such a statement like that when we as parents pushing our children to get an education and we have a past teacher making such statements as that. I think Minister Kate needs to come on air and clear the air of what she was talking about, because we as parents lost with that statement made. I think people need to think about what they're saying, because words have consequences. Food for thought. Back to YouTube. YouTuber says this is deeply disappointing, as these are the platforms the country need to represent Grenada internationally. This gives children hope and a bridge in society. Phone lines? No phone lines. All right. Okay, never mind. Let's take the final caller. Good morning, caller.
Citizen Welsh, with your permission.
One minute.
Yesterday evening in a program with Godfrey Augustine, someone called in and gave a note, a hint, that the gentleman who had been calling in relative to the sewer problem in his vicinity in Simon Bolivar village was dead. I investigated after 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock last night. I understand from a neighbor of the gentleman that the man is there. Kindly do not repeat this thing, because it isn't true as far as we're concerned. Thank you very much. Have a nice day, will you?
Thank you, Citizen Rolo. I appreciate that, because my heart leapt. Appreciate your clarity. So just a correction to one of the previous callers, that the gentleman in Lacalome with the sewer issue that has been calling about the sewer issue, he is still alive. So as Citizen Rolo said, stop repeating. Don't call death on the man, as they say. Knock on wood. All right, let me read one comment each on the social media. Let me see. No new comments on YouTube. Facebook. Let me look for a comment on Facebook. Somebody on Facebook says, I am in Canada and paying my flow bills every month. Why you people don't try to move up a little? You don't need to go in no long lines. Use your credit card or debit visa to pay your bills. The issue is not necessarily the bills. The issue is the service that we're paying for. That was the concern of the gentleman. WhatsApp. Last comment on WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp says a bus full of shoulders rubbing space out in church and in front of the supermarket, and others, especially satyrs, talking about 1 hour. Explain this. I can't. I'm not sure what you're asking. Okay, that would be all we have time for today. That's all the time we have for Open Line On To The Point today. Thank you so much for participating, whichever platform you use to share your thoughts or ask your questions. Always appreciate your listenership, your viewership, and your time. Thank you so much for participating. That's the end of my time for today. Joseph is up next with the Mid-Morning Buzz. I'll be in studio tomorrow morning, God willing. It's Soca Saturday here on Classic, and we'll be linking up with Hot 98. So I'll be back tomorrow morning, God willing. Have yourselves a safe, productive Friday. Enjoy your day, and have yourselves a blessed weekend. Bye-bye, everybody.